Welcome to Your Thoughts channel, where we will tell the scariest and most horrifying stories that have ever happened in our world. If you are an adrenaline junkie and looking for something that will scare you, then you have come to the right place. Our stories are based on real events that have happened to many people around the world. Some of them may seem unbelievable and fantastic, but they are real. If you are ready to hear these horror stories, now is the time to pour yourself a cup of coffee or tea. Get comfortable and we will begin. When I arrived at the old abandoned house, it was a dark and stormy night. The locals warned me not to come here, saying that it was cursed and haunted by vengeful spirits. But I didn't believe in ghosts and superstitions, and I was determined to prove them wrong. As I entered the house, a chill ran down my spine. The air was thick with the smell of decay and rot, and a strange whispering echoed from the shadows. I dismissed it as my imagination and continued my exploration. As I made my way through the rooms, I noticed strange symbols carved into the walls and floor. I couldn't decipher their meaning, but they gave me an uneasy feeling. Suddenly, I heard a loud thud and turned to see that the door had slammed shut. With my heart pounding, I ran to the door and tried to open it, but it was stuck. Strange noises came from the other side, like something scratching at the wood. Suddenly, the door swung open, and I was pushed back by a blast of cold wind. I got up and ran down the hallway, trying to escape from whatever was chasing me. But no matter how fast I ran, I could hear its footsteps getting closer and closer. I turned a corner and came face to face with a horrifying apparition. It was a woman dressed in a torn wedding dress, with long dark hair covering her face. She floated towards me, emitting a deafening scream that made my ears ring. I stumbled back, tripping over my own feet and falling to the ground. The woman loomed over me, her hair writhing like snakes. Her eyes glowed with a malevolent light, and I knew that I was in mortal danger. But then, I remembered the symbols I had seen earlier. Summoning all my courage, I drew them in the air with my finger, creating a protective barrier around me. The woman screamed in rage, trying to break through the barrier, but it held strong. And with a final scream, she vanished into thin air. I ran out of the house, shaken but alive. Now I knew that the locals were right, and that the house was indeed cursed. But I also knew that I had faced my fears and triumphed over the paranormal. And I would never forget the terror I felt on that night.